Good morning, traders. This is Tony D from easyMarkets in Sydney. You've had an interesting, volatile night over last night in the US session. You did see the US stock market hit fresh highs and then have a pretty sharp reversal. The market sentiment's pretty fickle at the moment in terms of daily intraday movements. You can see here on dollar yen, sharp rejection from that 114.70 level on Monday, and then yesterday's rally failed at the 114.40, the key resistance previously. And now we're back under pressure, back at 113.80. Now, what's going on here? There is some talk that the tax plan has been going to have a delay of 1 year in it. Stocks don't like that. You can see some of the profit taking coming through in the stock market overnight. Also on the DAX was more aggressive. The downside there on the DAX was almost 200 points, which is a fairly aggressive move for a pair which has been in a solid uptrend. And on very little news, it was just mostly the news story there coming through that the tax plan is going to be delayed, and that affects the market's already overbought, so the potential for a pullback is quite real anyway, just from a profit taking point of view. And that's why you have to look at such reversals as a little bit more dangerous than usual. Now, if it does fall, then the best way to play it will be to be long gold from these levels. Market's been stable anyway, starting to build up support. What you need is a catalyst for US dollar weakness, but also safe haven demand for gold will help the gold go back up towards that 1300 level. Is not that big a ask in the current market. Also, if you're looking at the dollar yen, it's been in quite a strong uptrend as well, mimicking the strength in the US stocks and also the optimism around the tax plan. Any change in that, you see a pullback towards the lower 112 levels is on the cards as well. So euro should actually gain some support if that comes through, because when the US dollar is weak, the euro usually gets support. Euro's been in a multi-week pullback led by the talk that the ECB's tapering is going to be much more subdued than previous. We've seen that play out, though. That story doesn't have the fuel to keep on running. It's mostly US dollar that's pushing the euro down at this point. So other than that, the euro is quite neutral. So if the US dollar gets weak, then from these levels, the euro has the potential to get back towards that 117 to 118 resistance zone. And in terms of the commodity currencies, when you do have such strength in oil and copper, then it's also likely that they will do well in any rebound scenario. The pound should go with it as well. Pound's been rallying without any sort of US dollar help. Optimism is that getting closer to a deal. Latest out there is that European have got their answer for the UK. Still very harsh terms, but looks like they're getting closer to the making that pact there. The actual differences now between what the UK wants and the Eurozone wants, it's all come down to just the numbers, and the numbers are getting closer. So that could be something which forms in the next couple of weeks, before the end of the year. And even with a bad deal, the chances are that the market will like that certainty. And we're talking now about a 2-year extension in the access of Britain to the ECB market. So pound's outlook is a little bit more optimistic than most of the other pairs. It doesn't need the US dollar weakness to rally, but that would help. And so that you can look at the candles there, you can see that the pound's actual outlook is already looking a little more rosy as it's held the 130 test twice. Alright, traders, if you have more questions, or if the market starts to move aggressively, do not hesitate to give us a call here at the desk. We're going to be here watching the market's developments pretty closely in the next couple of days. It's pretty pivotal, actually, if you are looking for the US stock market to fall. This is as good opportunity as you've seen for a long time. And you got that story there in the backdrop, and you got China. You got Trump going to China later today, and that could be also another hairy situation, as it's very likely that trade will come up, and that's their main concern. Alright, guys, if you do need to contact us on the numbers below, that's fine. If you're not a member, click on the link below. You'll get access to the easyMarkets Active Traders group, get some education, technical side, but also have a dealer like myself assist you with your trading. Be back tomorrow.